Greetings everyone. Welcome to a journey of self-improvement and wisdom. Today, let's begin our exploration with Stoicism, an ancient philosophy with origins in Greece. Born around the 3rd century BCE, at a time when the world was embroiled in conflict and uncertainty, Stoicism emerged as a beacon of calm and resilience. Picture this: bustling streets of ancient Athens, the epicenter of philosophy. Here, Zeno of Citium, a merchant-turned-philosopher, laid the foundations of Stoicism. It later flourished under the wisdom of Epictetus, a former slave who became a renowned philosopher, Seneca, a statesman, and Marcus Aurelius, a Roman emperor. Each of these figures used Stoicism as a guiding light in their lives, teaching us that wisdom is not confined to academic halls, but can be found in the lived experiences of people from all walks of life. Now, what is Stoicism, you may ask? At its core, Stoicism teaches us to differentiate between what is and isn't within our control. It's about accepting the unpredictability of life and responding with grace and resilience. It's about understanding that our reactions, our emotions, our actions are within our control, while the rest of the world, its events and people, are not. Stoicism also emphasizes virtue, advocating for wisdom, courage, justice, and moderation. These virtues guide Stoics in their decisions, actions, and responses to life's trials, fostering a life of integrity and character. In essence, Stoicism is about finding peace and happiness within oneself, regardless of external circumstances. It encourages us to reflect, to question, to understand, and ultimately, to cultivate an inner fortress that remains unshaken in the face of life's storms. So, as we delve deeper into this journey, remember that Stoicism isn't just a philosophy, it's a way of life. It's about finding peace and happiness within oneself, regardless of external circumstances. Stay tuned as we explore more about practicing Stoicism, its application in everyday life, and the benefits it can bring. Now that we've set the stage, let's delve into the practice of Stoicism. At its core, practicing Stoicism revolves around 3 key elements. Firstly, it's about distinguishing what is and isn't within our control. Much of our stress and anxiety stem from attempting to control the uncontrollable. For example, we can't control the weather, but we can control how we react to it. We can't control another person's actions, but we can control our response to them. By understanding this, we can minimize unnecessary stress and focus our energy where it truly matters. Secondly, Stoicism teaches us to accept what happens in life. This doesn't mean we become passive. Instead, it's about understanding that things happen for a reason, even if we can't immediately see it. Think of it as the difference between being a leaf blown about by the wind and being a tree, rooted and sturdy, weathering the storm. Accepting life events, whether good or bad, allows us to maintain a balanced perspective and react with wisdom and equanimity. The third principle is striving to live virtuously. The Stoics defined virtue as wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. They believed that living a virtuous life leads to tranquility and happiness. For instance, being honest and fair in our dealings not only earns respect from others, but also gives us peace of mind. Similarly, showing courage in the face of adversity helps us grow stronger and more resilient. Incorporating these principles into our daily life might seem daunting at first, but with practice, it becomes second nature. It's about taking a moment to pause, reflect, and choose our response instead of reacting impulsively. It's about treating others with respect and fairness, even when it's difficult. It's about understanding that we are in control of our thoughts, our responses, and ultimately, our peace and happiness. Remember, the goal of Stoicism is not to suppress emotions, but to prevent negative emotions from overwhelming us. If you're enjoying the video so far, please give it a like. Your support helps our channel grow. Stoicism isn't just for philosophers, it's a practical guide for everyday life. It's a philosophy that can help us navigate the tumultuous seas of life with a calm and steady hand. Imagine this: you're stuck in traffic, your patience wearing thin as the minutes tick away. The stress is building, and you can feel your blood pressure rising. But then you remember the Stoic principle of accepting the things you cannot control. You can't make the cars move faster, so why let it ruin your mood? Instead, you take a deep breath, put on some calming music, and use this unexpected free time to reflect or listen to a podcast. Now let's consider another scenario. You're at work, and a colleague criticizes your project. Your immediate reaction might be to defend yourself or feel upset. But as a practicing Stoic, you remind yourself that you can only control your own actions and reactions. You decide to see this criticism as an opportunity for growth, not as a personal attack. You thank your colleague for their input and consider how you can improve. Stoicism can also be a powerful tool in dealing with setbacks. Maybe you didn't get the job you wanted or a relationship ended. It's natural to feel disappointed, but Stoicism teaches us to see these setbacks not as failures, but as opportunities for learning and growth. Remember, the Stoic philosophy isn't about suppressing emotions, it's about managing them. It's about understanding that we can't control external events, only how we respond to them. It's about focusing on the present moment, not worrying about the past or the future. And it's about recognizing that happiness comes not from material possessions or external validation, but from within. By practicing Stoicism, we cultivate inner peace, resilience, and a deep understanding of our values and priorities. In the face of adversity, a Stoic remains steady, their inner tranquility undisturbed by the chaos around them. They understand that life will always have its ups and downs, but that they have the power to maintain a balanced and positive perspective. By practicing Stoicism, we can learn to respond to life's challenges with calmness and resilience. Stoicism offers many benefits, from increased peace of mind to improved decision-making. This ancient philosophy, dating back to the 3rd century BC, has stood the test of time, proving useful and insightful even in today's fast-paced world. One of the most significant benefits of practicing Stoicism is the mental clarity it brings. Life is full of distractions and noise, but Stoicism teaches us to focus on what truly matters. It encourages us to filter out the irrelevant and zero in on our core values and principles, allowing us to make decisions with greater clarity and conviction. Stoicism also fosters improved decision-making. By encouraging us to remain calm and composed, even in the face of adversity, Stoicism allows us to make rational decisions rather than being swayed by fleeting emotions or external pressures. It equips us with the tools to analyze situations objectively, weigh our options carefully, and choose the course of action that aligns with our long-term goals and values. Resilience is another key benefit of Stoicism. Life is fraught with challenges and setbacks, but Stoicism equips us to face these obstacles with courage and fortitude. It teaches us to view hardships not as roadblocks but as opportunities for growth and learning. This shift in perspective can be incredibly empowering, enabling us to bounce back from adversity stronger and more resilient than before. At its core, Stoicism promotes a balanced perspective on life. It helps us appreciate what we have, while also teaching us to cope gracefully with what we lack. It encourages gratitude, contentment, and acceptance, leading to a more fulfilling and meaningful life. But let's be clear, Stoicism isn't about suppressing or denying our feelings. Far from it. Stoicism is about understanding our emotions, managing them effectively, and using them to our advantage. It's about harnessing our emotions to guide our actions, rather than allowing them to control us. In conclusion, Stoicism isn't about denying our feelings, it's about understanding them, managing them, and using them to our advantage. As we wrap up, I want to leave you with some final thoughts on Stoicism. We've journeyed through the essence of this ancient philosophy, discovering its core principles and how it can be integrated into our everyday lives. Stoicism is not a theoretical philosophy solely for the intellectuals. It's a practical, accessible approach to life that anyone can practice. We've learned that Stoicism encourages us to focus on what we can control and to accept what we can't. It teaches us to manage our emotions, to live in the present moment, and to appreciate the simple joys of life. It's about understanding the nature of life, accepting it, and making the best out of it. So why not start applying these Stoic principles in your daily life? It might not be easy at first, but remember, it's a process of continuous learning, growth, and self-improvement. Remember, Stoicism is a journey, not a destination. It's about continuous growth, learning, and self-improvement. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more insightful content like this.